Yeah, I guess, again, for going back to Drogo, so much of his army has been gateway dependent, and you can't warp in 8 adepts at a time if you don't have the money for it. So hitting him where it hurts, hitting him at the gold. That's a lot of adepts coming in, but he sends the Banelings forward instead of pulling them back. He could have preempted the adept shadings. Now they're going to transfer on top of the Ravagers and get those kills, and Nurtrio is suddenly the one in trouble. Drogo, somehow, constantly down in supply this game, is starting to bring this back. This is the big attack for Drogo. He's not going to try and get that base back. He's not rebuilding probes. If Nurtrio can hold on, he might just win this game, but Drogo's going deep for this. The Adept's going to transfer out. I don't know where this went, actually. A lot of them just died, I guess.
Queens, yeah, before they died. Or as they died.
Finish up. They try to go through the Archons. They get a good chunk of the Adepts, but it may not have been enough. He leaves the game. It ties up the series.
Now he sees the army move across the map. There you go.
There's actually not that many pylons, and he realizes it perhaps a little too late, so overcharges are flying off now, but there's only 1 or 2 pylons to overcharge.
Yeah. Good Warp Prism micro here.
He also gets the surround on that Immortal. Almost. He's going to focus it down. Got to pick it up in the Warp Prism. Drogo, I know you can do this. He unfortunately loses the first one, but 2 more where that came from, and the Roaches are just being absolutely wrecked. The DPS might be a little bit too high, and Drogo, once again, with a lower army supply, manages to hold on.
I don't think he even realized.
His army supply, the underdog of the whole series, by the way, like every time.
I don't think he realized he even had a Warp Prism for a while there. You know, he kind of forgot in the heat of the moment, like, oh shit, because he had to drop Adepts and then pick up the Immortal. But he should probably have 2 Immortals still. Like, this is a big difference. This is an attack that can just start to snowball with a 2nd or 3rd. If you've lasted that long, you're probably good. But if you can't, then you're gonna die soon. So another Immortal's about to pop out. Boots to pop out.
Hey, rude.
2 Immortals are about to pop out.
Check yourself. This is getting rude.
No. Never. Oh my god, if only it's... Like, seriously, that 2nd Immortal being alive would have been a lot of extra damage.
Right? I do like this control that's coming in now, but it almost feels like a little bit too late. Once again, picks up the Immortal, keeping it alive just a little bit longer, waiting for those shots, trying to get those shields and that barrier off of cooldown. 3 Immortals now to fight with this, hugely different than the barely 1 he would have if he wasn't doing this micro.
That army supply is going to go from a 45 supply difference to 20 to 0 to just Drogo winning.
Exactly. If that continues at this pace, but Nurtrio once again comes on in. The Warp Prism trying to do some fancy micro, dancing around with these Immortals. Barriers being put on cooldown as he continues to pull these back. He's eventually going to run out of clicks. He's going to eventually run out of Immortals, but Nurtrio is also running out of units. I don't know if you've overcharged the right pylon there. It's a little bit awkward, but still, the units here are just... Roach is nice, so fast to Immortals. The problem is there's just not enough of them.
Oh my god. The Warp Gates. God, the Warp Gates. There's still not enough. He has so much money in the bank.
I mean, I don't know. Do you just chrono the Warp Gates at this point? Do you chrono the Robos hoping to get the Immortals out? Either way, unfortunately, I think Drogo might be out of steam. This base gets under attack. These pylons have to be kept alive. He's got 3 Immortals. He's bringing them on the backside. Probes get pulled, and he wants to try and get this last bloody unit out, but picking up in that Warp Prism scoops it out once again. Drogo, can you keep this up? It's going so poorly, but at the same time, so well.
Oh my god, the last few Immortals just won't die. Jesus.
Even though these live true to their name, and this micro is insane. 3 Immortals living way past their life expectancy. He did lose 17 probes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I really think that Drogo's barely got this. And that was a lot because of the Immortals surviving. Now he has 5 Immortals.
Can he do it? Can Drogo do it? He brings up the Warp Prism with the Archons. Gonna try to keep them alive, too. He's a maniac.
Maniac.
We should be playing that in the background right now. We really should. That would be the most badass.
Just go dump a bucket of water on my head. Oh my god. JJ.